Yeah, so check it out, guys. It is old Wolverine Old Man Logan. Yeah, crazy story. Great book. Great book. It's like a post-apocalyptic world, kind of, where I guess one night all the supervillains like in the world organized themselves together and just killed every single hero, pretty much almost every single hero out there, and even almost killed Logan, but he regenerates, but beat him senseless to the point where he doesn't want to ever use his claws anymore. He doesn't go by Wolverine, he goes by Logan, and he's basically a pacifist at this point. But I don't know how far along this is, but he's in this rundown farm that's not making money, and he's owing the gang that runs that territory is actually the Hulk gang, which is pretty funny that the Hulk is still alive too. And he, if you want to see, it's the Hulk gang. Yeah. Okay. See, there you go. Hulk gang. Yeah, when he couldn't pay the rent that month, they instead of fighting him and probably beating him, because he probably could beat them, he doesn't pop his claws and he doesn't fight. He takes a beating. And while he's recovering, he's luckily freaking Hawkeye, a blind Hawkeye, comes in to try to get him to help him out with delivering some drugs to this guy. And since he needs the money, he was like, sure. And they set off. And so check it out. This is like the whole. Let's see. Can you? Okay. Well, they divided the whole. Yeah, the whole territory. You got the Hulk land. You got Domain of Magneto. You got Doom's Lair, and the President's Quarter. And that's where they're going. But they go on this huge journey. They meet a lot of people. You see a lot of stuff, like a Ghost Rider crew. You see Spider-Woman. You see what looks to be the next Ant-Man. Stuff like that. And, yeah, dude, it takes a while. They do a lot. I'm not going to go over everything, but yeah, they do a lot. And then they finally get to sell the drugs to this guy. It turns out it's a super serum for to turn people into like Captain America and to start a rebellion. But instead, as soon as he gives them the drugs, they like just shoot up freaking Logan, and then they shoot Hawkeye too in the stomach. And while he's laying there, he's just like, "Do your worst," and the dude just fucking shoots him in the head outright. Crazy. And then while they decide to take their bodies back to the president, and the president's actually the Red Skull who defeated Captain America. Finally became the president of the world, and he's just sitting there admiring his collection. And you can kind of see he had a collection of all the heroes. He's Iron Man's armor, Doctor Strange's cloak, Spider-Man costume, Daredevil, Thor. He even has the Thing's hand in there. Crazy. Even Vision, while he's wearing Captain America's suit. It's funny as shit. And they bring in the bodies, and they're like trying to collect some reward for it. And then out of nowhere, freaking Wolverine, well, no, Logan regenerates, and he just starts beating them up. Doesn't pop the claws, but he does fight them. And he starts losing, honestly, to Red Skull until he finally picks up Captain America's shield on him. And that was the turning point. He uses that, he decapitates him. And then while all the people are closing in on him, he's trying to escape, and the only thing he found, of course, was Iron Man's armor to fly away and get back to his farm. He even took the money that was there too. And he's flying as fast as he can, but as soon as he gets there, he sees that his family was actually killed a couple days earlier. They say just because the Hulk gang got bored. And that's when you see the shink, and he pops those claws and he starts hunting. He kills the entire Hulk gang, everyone. And then when it came down to the boss, well, there was like a kid, a baby Hulk that he didn't kill. And then when it came down to the boss, it's actually Bruce Banner, who was just like, I got bored of doing nothing and I wanted to feel the thrill of having a worthy opponent again. And then they have this huge freaking fight, freaking killer fight. He's picking up cows. He's not even freaking turned into the Hulk yet. And then he finally turns into the Hulk. He looks completely different. And he actually eats Logan. Eats him. And then it flashes forward a little bit. And he's like, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm having stomach pain. And then out of nowhere, freaking Wolverine pops out. Pops out of his stomach. And, takes the baby Hulk, and then they start their journey of wandering around, and they're gonna go fix the world now. But yeah, great book. There's a lot more that happens, obviously, but try to keep it short, somewhat short and sweet, for a little show and tell today. Highly recommend reading the book if you had it.